Hey everyone, Eric here over at MarketScale, and got a tip for you guys today that I think is super important before you even start editing, and that is how to get those assets that you have, whether it's on your computer, in your company's brand guidelines, wherever it is, get that over to brand books for us. And I'm going to show you guys a really nice example of a brand book that we have here at MarketScale. This is one of our podcasts that we do internally. And as you can see here, we've got actual physical PNG files. That is the number one thing to do is if you're going to upload any logos in here, you want to make sure that they are PNG. We got one dark logo, one light logo. As you can see, we don't have tons and tons of variations. I know it's tempting to want to do that, right? But the easiest and most manageable thing for an editor when they are ingesting a brand book is to have this simplified out for them. Have things explained well, right? Have one logo or maybe two logo misuse examples, right? Make sure to have clear instructions. Maybe you have a part in your brand guidelines where there's a specific line or two about a logo. Go ahead and do that here, right? Think about it this way. If an editor was editing for your brand for the very first time, would it be better for them to read through something like this that's simple, easy to digest? They can quickly be able to look at it and know, okay, this is exactly what I need to do for this client to edit a video for them. Or would it be looking through an 80-page document, right? We want to make this as easy and as simple, but obviously as important as your brand is, right? So we want to make sure that they are set up with success. And that is by making sure you actually have the files in here, right? We don't want to have them log in to, some sort of server where your brand guidelines are, right? Or having to guess like, is this the correct font? Is this the correct font files? As you can see, we actually upload the physical font files here, right? So if it's Arial, we make sure we have all the font files for them here. If it's Montserrat or any other font that you have, right? If it's an Adobe font, maybe you link that here. If it's a Google font, you can link the Google font there, right? We just don't want them having to guess and wonder, right? If you have special instructions, this is a great place to put that under imagery or voice and tone. If you have certain rules in your brand guidelines about these are the types of photos we don't want or types of footage we do not want to highlight or that we do, right? Voice and tone. You can get granular in here. Think about it this way. The more granular you are, the less ambiguity there is and the less guessing for them, right? But the more clear and concise, the more they are likely to not need to ask questions. So try to think of it as an editor, right? Like, if I'm editing for this client for the first time and I don't know anything about them, how can I easily be able to edit for them, right? We even have a place for templates. Let's say you have a lower third that you already got made that the editors can use. You just zip that and upload it right here in this template section. So make sure that you guys are doing that. If you have things that you want to share with us, go ahead in the brand book. That's a great place to do it, but just make sure it's concise and we can easily digest that as editors. Thank you guys for your time.